Use headphones for a better experience. Thank you, tayoDEV. Made by tayoDEV for the Luigi Kid EX3 challenge. Why the fuck are you insulting Luigi? What the fuck did he do? Reunion! A Jeff the Killer game. I don't know who the Jeff the Killer is. I know it got popular at one point, and it's version 1.2, so it's 20% better than the original release of the game. Already much better options than the other game. Thank you so much for that, developer. Let's start Reunion. Press space to skip what? This masterpiece? Hey, it's the same bathroom! It's the same stuff from Eyeless Jack! I'm gonna stab the bread? It's been 3 years since I lost my parents. Now I'm an adult and I got out of the orphanage. I have a brother. So you're not really an orphan? He's missing. Okay, never mind, he is. I believe he's still alive somewhere. It's time to find him. New objective, locate abandoned building and look for your brother. How do I know any of that? I wonder where the building... So, in the middle of a forest... Is that a town? I have no idea. In the middle of a forest with some cables connecting to that abandoned house, just by itself in a corner, there is a fence that leads to an abandoned house. I feel like it doesn't add up, but okay. Are you sure this is an abandoned house? In today's economy, get inside through the window. Hold on, there's a few... Get inside the building first. Okay, so you know what you're doing, huh? What do you need me for? The door is locked. Are you sure? Usually those things you push so it opens. I guess I'm gonna enter from here. Wait, what does the door look like from the other side? I feel like there was a mistake done with the door, but, you know, who am I to say no to you, Tayo? Oh boy, no, that's a no, honestly. Oh, I'm a manlet once again. Which is not working yet. Well, yeah, because the fuse... Are those handcuffs? No. Emilia key. What did it say? Something key? Wait, what do you need a key for? Okay. Okay, I don't have an inventory. What do I... Okay, don't do that. What do I need a key for? Well, I can't get out exactly. To open this? Okay. So if they installed the door the wrong way, you need a key to open it, but I already came in through there, so I can't go back out. I had to open the door, and somebody extended the cable from the elevator button all the way to the fuse box outside, because apparently... What? Boo? Oh no, boo. Can I go through here? No, okay. It's a one-way ticket! Also, would the fuse box even work with electricity like that? Or should I say the lightning? Where are the buttons? There are no buttons! How do I know my brother is in here in the first place? What just happened? Jeff! Jeff, did you do that, Jeff? Jeff! Ow. Who could have predicted an old elevator would have fallen down, man? How do you even get down here if it wasn't for the elevator? Oh, I don't read notes. Oh, what a good game. I don't get to read notes. Or maybe I do get to read notes. Please don't make me read notes. Okay, no, good. The most important part in a horror game actually being, you know, about the horror and stuff instead of notes that you read every 5 seconds. Why am I shaking? Oh no, what's the gameplay here? Valve is missing. Well, this game's not on Steam, of course. Another valve? Yeah, another valve. Okay, how many valves I'm gonna carry over here? The door is locked. Good for me. Here. Oh, come on, baby dick, you can do this. Okay, never mind. Or maybe... Okay, how do you work? They just put you here forever, essentially? Like, you're just gonna stay there? You're gonna open, right? Okay, so you're working here every day. You say Hail Mary before you go through this, otherwise you might die, you never know. I'm pretty sure they have good insurance around here, right? Or every single guy takes out, like, life insurance for his family when they work over here. What is this place? How did I even find this place? What's in there? Nothing, just another place to put a valve in. I swear this Build-A-Bear built to something really, really big. Like, huge, ginormous. Did I hear something? Something huge, ginormous. Like something really big. What the? Is there a meeting of the great... of the great extinguishers? What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Why 5 extinguishers in here? Did something burn? Oh hey, the barrels from the other game. And explosives. I guess like 6 explosive barrels and 6 extinguishers, you know, yeah, hey, no! The dangerous! Spam me told the door! Yeah, a little bit dangerous. He stabbed me through the door. It wasn't too safe, man. Jeff! Where did Jeff learn Kung Fu, man? That escalated so fast, holy shit! Oh no, you're gonna start me from here? You son of a bitch, you did it again. Unbelievable. Okay, so all these rooms are just to look at them, not touch anything, and then I just get stabbed by Jeff. Jeff the killer, huh? He definitely killed me, I'll say that much. I'm ready for now, Jeff, for the metal door. You son of a bitch, Jeff, I'm ready for you. I'm safe. Static. And why'd they get the key for you? Right for you, right? Yeah, it was for you. I mean, I think the entire point of these doors, you're not supposed to have a key for them. I mean, you can, but like, you know, you just leave them without the key because you have to push the thing, otherwise from the other side you can't get in. Valve! Jeff, are you gonna stab me through the window, Jeff? Oh, Jeff! Disconnect the valve after you're done. Oh, that's how it's gonna work, Jeff, don't. Are you gonna chase me? Are you my brother now? Did you just break down the door, or did you break down the... What do you mean I'm spotted? I'm not spotted! Am I spotted? How do you spot the unspottable? Do you see me or don't you see me? I don't understand what your eyes are doing, Jeff. Don't. No, Jeff, don't. Yo. Hold on, Jeff has Alzheimer's. Jeff. Jeffy. Jiffy. You little jizz, you. More like Jeezy, huh? I'm gonna call you Jizz from now on if you don't mind. Is he like jizzing about? Jeezy, don't. Jeezy. Jeezy skill. Don't make it jizz all over you, Jeez. You know, so for somebody who has big eyes, you're sure has blind jizz. Hold on, the battle of the jizzes here. 2 mentally deficient idiots from an orphanage are fighting at the end of the world. This is just like a Souls-like, see? The pipe is already turned. You mean turned on, huh? Jizz, don't. Don't jizz me. Jizzy. Me jizzy. Okay, how do you see me and don't you see me at the same time? It's... You know, I mean, I'm just saying you have like jet eyeballs, man. You can't pretend, Jizz. No, Jizz! This is so quiet. Do you think like tomorrow two engineers will come and look at the camera and they're gonna be like, what the fuck is going on? Like two idiots are just running after each other in there. Cheers. Cheers. Cheesy, me cheesy. Do you see me? Wow, how short is your eyesight, man? Holy shit. Is this what girls like? Baka boys with like blind eyes? This is what girls get off to, huh? Tragedy. Did you just disappear? What are you in my mind? I'm the jizz. Oh no, I'm gonna fall in there, gonna stab me in there. Ah, you subverted me, jizz. Stab. No. And stab. No. How? No, okay, I stabbed myself. Ow, I guess. Ow, shit, man. I hope jizz don't hear that. Okay, never mind. Maybe I thought I'd run through that door, I guess. Never mind. Oh no, Jizzy! My flashlight is broken. Oh, impeccable timing. Why, of course. How did he set the entire place on fire, man? Holy shit! This is gonna require a lot of jizz later on to clean up. Whoop, 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 whoop. Come on! Not today, jizz! You're gonna catch up with me! You closed the door yourself. I didn't do anything, honestly. I was just trying to find my stupid brother, I guess, as an orphan. I mean, then again, if I was a good guy, why did I lose my brother as an orphan, huh? Oh, do you kill my parents? And are you gonna try to finish me off? Jizzy. This is for you, Jizzy! 3 years ago, what? Beautiful. I don't know, apparently girls do think you're beautiful, man, don't ask me. Oh, I survived the massacre! Oh, I was the last one! Oh my god, I was the last one. Where's my camera? Where's my camera?
It's okay, Leo. Just go to sleep.
Leo? Reunion, a Jeff the Killer game. Please don't tell me that's how the lore is. Made by Tayo, Dominic Brown. Music by all these people. Jeff the Killer model plus voice by Tayo. That's your voice? Developer, what happened in the past 3 years that your voice got rougher? Did I survive again? Does Jeff have a crush on me? Jeff has a crush on me, right? Oh, don't look after me, Jeff. What do you mean, don't look after you? Am I like your babysitter now? Jeff the Killer. Reunion. I guess I reunited with him. Okay, anyways, it's a UT game. Okay, good for me. At least I can look at the files. It was 450 megabytes. And apparently the game developer made the model. That is new. Anything interesting for the model? What the? Oh! Is this what you look like, Jeff? Is this what girls like? Girls like a guy whose head looks like a Tic Tac. You know, some guys look good in certain outfits, and then they remove the outfit, and you're like, what the fuck is going on here? The outfit was doing a lot of work for your body, you know? Textures, 2K, okay, whatever. It's a free game, can't really complain, although you know me, I like to complain. What the? Is this your Hego face, Jeff? Jeff Diego face. That's what he is, Jeff. Well, I guess I'm gonna do the exception again today. I'm gonna look up Jeff the Killer and see what his story is about. All I know is that girls liked him at one point. You couldn't escape from him at all. Jeff the Killer, born Jeffrey Woods, is the titular main protagonist turned to main antagonist of the 2011 and 15 revamped creepypasta of Jeff the Killer and Jeff the Killer. 2015, Jeff the Killer 2015. Ah! Jeff the Killer versus Jane the Killer. Jeff the Killer versus Slenderman. Jesus Christ, man. Oh my god, how many versions are there of the game? Oh, sorry, of the character. Jane the Killer, Origin. Okay, but I want the original story. I want the original Jeff the Killer. Is it here? Oh, Jeff the Killer, creepypasta. So is this the original one? Jeff the Killer, Origin and History. Estimated reading time 23 minutes. Oh, fuck you, man. Fuck you. What, 23 minutes? Is this the brother? Oh, Leo. Oh, okay. Where's the first Leo? Where's the first instance of a Leo? Here it is, Leo. Jeff the Killer. After weeks of unexplained murder, the ominous unknown killer is still on the rise. After little evidence has been found, the young boy states he survived one of the killer's attacks and bravely tells his story. I had a bad dream and I woke up in the middle of the night, says the boy. I saw that for some reason the window was open, even though I remember it being closed before I went to bed. Did everybody just copy Eyeless Jack? I got up and shut it once. Afterward, I simply crawled under my covers and tried to go back to sleep. That's when I had a strange feeling, like someone was watching me. I looked up and nearly jumped out of my bed. There, in the little ray of light illuminating from between the curtains, were a pair of two eyes. These weren't regular eyes, they were dark, ominous eyes that glowed in the dark, actually. They were bordered in black and just plain out terrified me. That's when I saw his mouth, a long horrendous smile that made every hair on my body stand up. The figure stood there watching me. Finally, after what seemed like forever, he said a simple phrase, but said it in a way only a madman could speak. He quote said, "Go to sleep." I let out a scream. Ah! That's what sent him at me. He pulled up a knife, aiming at my heart. He jumped on top of my head. Bed. Not head, that's a whole different story. I fought him back. I kicked and I punched. Okay, how young is this kid? Like 5? I rolled around trying to knock him off me. That's when my dad busted in. Like every other night, he busts in. The man threw the knife. It went into my dad's shoulder. The man probably... see, if you throw a knife, like a big knife, it just goes like flat meat inside your shoulder. The man would probably finish him off if one of the neighbors hadn't alerted the police. They drove into the parking lot and ran towards the door. The man turned and ran down the hallway. I heard a smash like glass breaking. As I came out of my room, I saw the window was pointing towards the back of my house was broken. I looked out to see him vanish into the distance. I can tell you one thing, I'll never forget that face, those cold, evil eyes, and that psychotic smile that will never leave my head. Police are still on the look for this man. If you see anyone that fits the description in this story, please contact your local police department. Jeff and his family had just moved into a new neighborhood. Wait, what? What do you mean, Jeff? Do you know who Jeff is or not? Jeff and his family moved into a new neighborhood. His dad had gotten promotion at work and thought he'd be best to live in one of those fancy neighborhoods. Jeff and his brother Leo couldn't complain though. A new bare house, what's not to love? As they were getting unpacked, one of their neighbors came by. Hello, she said. I'm Barbara. I live in the street from you. Well, I just want to introduce myself and introduce my son. She turns around and calls her son over. Billy! These are our new neighbors. Billy said hi and ran back to play in his yard. What a boring kid. Well, said Jeff's mom, I'm Margaret, and this is my husband Peter, and my 2 sons Jeff and Leo. They introduced each other, and Barbara invited them to her son's birthday. Jeff and his brother were about to object when their mother said that they would love to. See, kids hate each other. When Jeff and his family were done packing, Jeff went up to his mom. Mom, why would you invite us to some kid's party? If you haven't noticed, I'm not some dumb kid. Jeff, said his mother, we just moved here. You should know that we don't spend time with our neighbors. Now, we're going to that party. That's final. Jeff started to talk, but stopped himself, knowing that he couldn't do anything. Who knows this story? Who's writing the story down? The interviewer knows all this? What, were they there? What was happening? Whenever his mom said something, it was final. He walked up to his room and plopped down on his bed. He sat there looking at the ceiling, and then suddenly got a weird feeling. Oh, puberty? Not so much pain, but a weird feeling. Oh, now into MILFs, huh? He dismissed it, just some random feeling. He heard his mother call him down to get his stuff, and he walked down to get it. The next day, Jeff walked downstairs to breakfast and got ready for school. As he sat there eating his breakfast, he once again got that feeling. This time it was stronger. It gave him a slight tugging pain, but once again dismissed it as he and Leo finished the breakfast. They walked down to the bus stop. They sat there waiting for the bus, and then all of a sudden some kid on skateboard jumped over them, only inches above their laps. A new take on lap dancing. They both jumped back in surprise on the chair, I guess. Hey, what the hell? The kid landed and turned back to them. He kicked his skateboard up and caught it in his hand. The kid seemed to be about 12, 1 year younger than Jeff. He wears an Aeropostale. What's an Aeropostale? Okay, I have literally no idea what this is, but cool, I guess. He wears an Aeropostale shirt and ripped blue jeans. See, he was very cool. Well, it looks like we got some new meat, eh? What a badass. Suddenly, 2 other kids appeared. One was super skinny and the other was huge. Oh, see, like bullies. Well, since you're new here, I'd like to introduce ourselves. Wait, okay, who's talking? I have no idea who's talking. Well, since you're new here, I'd like to introduce ourselves. Over there is Kit. Jeff and Leo looked over to the skinny kid. He had the dopey face that you'd expect a sidekick to have. And here's Troy. They looked over at the fat kid. So he's not big, he's fat. Or he's fat or he's big. See, the kids don't know anything. Talk about a tub of lard. This kid looked like he hadn't exercised since he was crawling. Well, babies shouldn't be exercising in the first place, honestly. And I, said the first kid. I'm Randy. Now for all the kids in this neighborhood, there's a small price for bus fare if you catch my drift. Leo stood up, ready to punch the lights out of the kid's eyes when one of his friends pulled a knife on him. I'd hoped you'd be more cooperative, but it seems like you must do this the hard way. The kids walked up to Leo and took his wallet out of the pocket. Why kids have wallets like that, I have no idea. Jeff got that feeling again. Now it was truly strong, a burning sensation. Oh, hemorrhoids. He stood up, but Leo gestured him to sit down. Jeff ignored him and walked up to the kid. Listen here, you little punk. Give back my bro's wallet or else. Randy pulled the wallet in his pocket and pulled out his own knife. Ow, and what will you do? Just as he finished the sentence, Jeff popped the kid in the nose. As Randy reached for his face, Jeff grabbed the kid's wrist and broke it. Randy screamed and Jeff grabbed the knife from his hand. Troy and Kit rushed Jeff, but Jeff was too quick. See, Jeff knows martial arts. He threw Randy to the ground. Kit lashed out at him, but Jeff ducked and stabbed him in the arm. Kit dropped his knife and fell to the ground screaming. Troy rushed him too, but Jeff didn't even need the knife. He just punched Troy straight in the stomach and Troy went down. Troy was the big guy, right? I don't think that would work. As he fell, he puked all over. Leo could do nothing but look in amazement at Jeff. Jeff, how do you do it? How do you... was all he said. They saw the bus coming and they knew they'd be blamed for the whole thing, such as stabbing kids. So they started running as fast as they could on the first day of the school. As they ran, they looked back and saw the bus driver rushing over to Randy and the others. As Jeff and Leo made it to school, they didn't dare tell what happened. All they did was sit down and listen. Leo just thought of that as his brother beating up a few kids, but Jeff knew it was more. It was something scary. As he got that feeling, he felt how powerful it was, the urge to just hurt someone. He didn't like how it sounded, but he couldn't help feeling happy. He felt that strange feeling go away and stay away from the entire day at school. Even as he walked home due to the whole thing near the bus stop, and how he never probably wouldn't be taking the bus anymore. He felt happy. See, exercise is good for you. When he got home, his parents asked him how his day was, and he said in a somewhat ominous voice, "It was a wonderful day." Next morning, he heard a knock at his front door. He walked down to find 2 police officers at the door, his mother looking back at him with an angry look. Jeff, these police officers tell me that you attacked 3 kids, that it wasn't real you're fighting, that they were stabbed. Stab, son! Stab! Jeff's gaze fell to the floor, showing his mother that it was true. Why does this sound like something you read in the Bible, I have to say, all these All these teenager stories, they always look the same. They're written as if somebody went to church, you know? Like the pacing, like Jeff's gaze fell to the floor, showing his mother it was true. Mom, they were the ones who pulled the knives on me and Leo. Son, said one of the... son, said one of the cops. We found 3 kids. 3! You were only one by yourself. 3 kids. It's clearly your fault. 2 stabbed and 1 having a bruise on his stomach. And we have witnesses proving that you fled the scene. Which witnesses? Now, what does that tell us? Jeff knew it was no use. He could say him and Leo had been attacked. But then there'll be no proof it was not them who attacked first. They couldn't say that they were fleeing because, truth be told, they were. So Jeff couldn't defend himself for Leo. Ask where's your wallet? The kid literally has their wallet still, right? You can just ask for the wallet. Also, that knife was a kid's knife. How does nobody know about that? All the kids are like running a little mafia around here. Nobody knows anything. Son, called on your brother. Jeff couldn't do it since it was he who beat up all the kids. Sir, it was me. I was the one who beat up the kids. Leo tried to hold me back, but he couldn't stop me. The cop looked at his partner and they both nod. Well, kid, looks like you're in juvie. What? That's not how it works! I mean, the balls on the other kid to report us to the cops, you know? The balls on the other kids. I mean, amazing that the cops are this stupid that it worked out for them. Wait, says Leo. They all looked up to see him holding a knife. The officers pulled their guns and locked them onto Leo. It was me. I beat up those little punks. Have the marks to prove it. He lifted up his sleeve to reveal the cuts and bruises as if he was in a struggle. Son, just put the knife down. Wow, this escalated real quickly, said the officer. Good thing we're too white for this. Leo held up the knife and dropped it to the ground. He put his hands up and walked over to the cops. No, Leo, it was me. I did it. Jeff had tears running down his face. Poor bro, trying to take the blame for what I did. Well, take me away. The police led Leo out to the patrol car. Just 2 kids going to prison. Leo, tell them it was me. Tell them I was the one who beat up those kids. Jeff's mother put her hands on his shoulder. Jeff, please, you don't have to lie. We know it's Leo because of some reason. I guess we never liked him. You can stop. Jeff watched helplessly as the cop car speeds off with Leo inside. A few minutes later, Jeff's dad pulls into the driveway, seeing Jeff's face and knowing something was wrong. Son, what is it, son? Jeff couldn't answer. His vocal cords were strained from crying. Instead, Jeff's mother walked his father inside to break the bad news to him as Jeff wept in the driveway. I mean, it's a mom's job to console the family right now, but she's like, okay, I'll take over, I guess. Oh, yeah, job is never done. After an hour or so, Jeff walked back in the house, seeing that his parents were both shocked, sad, and disappointed. He couldn't look at them. He couldn't see how they thought of Leo when it was his fault. He just went to sleep, trying to get the whole thing out of his mind. 2 days went by with no words from Leo at JDC. Juvenile something correctional facility? I don't know, man. What's a JDC? No friends to hang out with, nothing but sadness and guilt. That is until Saturday when Jeff is awoken up by his mother with a happy, sunshiny face. Jeff, it's the day! She said as she opened up the curtains and let light flood into his room. What? What's today? Asked Jeff as he stirs awake. Why, it's Billy's party! He was now fully awake. Wait, who's Billy again? I forgot. Mom, you're joking, right? You don't expect me to go to some kid's party after... There was a long pause. Jeff, we both know what happened. I think this party could be the thing that brightened up the past days. Now get dressed. Jeff's mother walked out of the room and downstairs to get her ready herself. He fought himself to get up. He picked up a random shirt and a pair of jeans and walked downstairs. He saw his mother and father all dressed up, his mother in a dress and his father in a suit. He thought, why they would ever wear such fancy clothes to a kid's party? Son, is this all you're going to wear? Said Jeff's mom with dad's voice. Because I fucking hate these old ways of writing where you don't know who's speaking. Better than wearing too much, he said. His mother pushed down the feeling to yell at him and hid it with a smile. Yeah. Oh, see, symbolism. Now, Jeff, maybe overdressed, but this is how we go if we want to make an impression, said his father. Fuck you, writer. Fuck you, honestly. Jeff grunted and went back up to his room. I don't have any fancy clothes, he yelled downstairs. So he was downstairs, he didn't go back up into his room. Just pick out something, called his mother. He looked around in clothes for what he could fancy. He found a pair of black dress pants he had for special occasions and an undershirt. He couldn't find a shirt to go with it though. He looked around and found only striped and patterned shirts, none of which go with the dress pants. Finally found a white hoodie and put it on. You're wearing that? What they said. His mother looked at her watch. Oh, no time to change, let's just go. She said that she heard that Jeff and his father are out the door. They crossed the street over to Barbara and Billy's house. They knocked on the door and it appeared that Barbara, just like his parents, was way overdressed, and they walked inside. They walked inside. All Jeff could see were adults, no kids. So, are they gonna exchange kids around here? The kids are out in the yard, Jeff. How about you go and meet some of them, said Barbara. Jeff walked her outside to a yard full of kids. They were running around in weird cowboy costumes and shooting each other with plastic guns. He might as well be standing at Toy R Us. Suddenly a kid caught up to him and handed him a toy gun and hat. Hey, wanna play? He said. No kid. I'm too old for this stuff. The kid looked at him with that weird puppy dog face. Oh, please, said the kid. Fine, said Jeff. He put on the hat and started to pretend to shoot at the kids. Pew pew. And then he's gonna really shoot them. At first he thought it was really ridiculous, but then he started to actually have fun. It might not have been super cool, but it was the first time he had done something that took his mind off Leo. So he played with the kids for a while until he heard a noise, a weird rolling noise. Then it hit him. The noise? Randy, Troy, and Kit all jumped over the fence on their skateboards. Jeff dropped the fake gun and ripped off the hat. Randy looked at Jeff with a burning hatred. Hello, Jeff, is it, huh? He said. We have some unfinished business. Where are the parents during this time? Jeff saw his bruised nose. I think we're even. I beat the crap out of you and you got my brother sent to JDC. Randy got an angry look in his eyes. Oh no, I don't go for even, I go for winning. What are you, Charlie Sheen? You may have kicked our asses on that one day, but not today. As he said that, Randy rushed at Jeff. They both fell to the ground. Randy punched Jeff in the nose and Jeff grabbed him by the ears and headbutted him. Pakow! Jeff pushed Randy off him, and both rose to their feet. Kids were screaming, parents running out of the house. Troy and Kit both pulled guns out of their pockets. Where's this taking place, honestly? This is not the good side of a neighborhood. No one interrupts or guts will fly, they said. Randy pulled out a knife on Jeff and stabbed him in the shoulder. Jeff screamed and fell to his knees, even though he was on his knees. Randy started kicking him in the face. After 3 kicks, Jeff grabs his foot and twisted, causing Randy to fall to the ground. Jeff stood up and walked towards the back door. Troy grabbed him. Need some help? He picks up Jeff by the back of his collar. How big are these kids? And throws him through the patio door. As Jeff tries to stand, he is kicked down to the ground. Randy repeatedly starts kicking Jeff until he starts to cough up blood. Come on, Jeff, fight me! He picks up Jeff and throws him into the kitchen. Like fucking Die Hard, man. Randy sees a bottle of vodka on the counter and smashes the glass over Jeff's head. Fight! He throws Jeff back into the living room. Come on, Jeff, look at me. Jeff glances up, his face riddled with blood. I was the one who got your brother sent to JDC. And are you gonna just sit here and let him rot in there for a whole year? You should be ashamed. Jeff starts to get up. Oh, finally, you stand and fight. Jeff is now to his feet, blood and vodka on his face. Once again, he gets a strange feeling, the one which he hasn't felt for a while. Finally, he's up to his Randy as he runs at Jeff. That's when it happens. Something inside Jeff snaps. His psyche is destroyed. His rational thinking is gone. All he can do is kill. He grabs Randy and pile drives him to the ground. He gets on top of him and punches him straight in the heart. The punch causes Randy's heart to stop. As Randy grasps for breath, Jeff hammers down on him. Punch after punch, blood gushes from Randy's body until he takes one final breath and dies. Everyone's looking at Jeff now, with everything that happened in the guns. Oh boy, the parents, the crying kids, even Troy and Kit, although they easily break from the graves and point their guns at Jeff. Jeff sees the guns trained on him and runs for the stairs. As he runs, Troy and Kit let out fire on him. Bam, 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 bam! Each shot missing. Jeff runs up the stairs. He hears Troy and Kit fall up behind. As they let out their final rounds of bullets, Jeff ducks into the bathroom. He grabs the towel rack and rips it off the wall. Troy and Kit race in, knives ready. Troy swings his knife at Jeff, who backs away and bangs the towel rack into Troy's face. Troy goes down hard, and now all that's left is Kit. He is more agile than Troy though, and ducks when Jeff swings the towel rack. He dropped the knife and grabbed Jeff by the neck. He pushes him back into the wall. A thing of bleach fell down on Tim from the top shelf. It burned both of them, and they both started to scream. Jeff wiped his eyes at the best as could. He pulled back the towel rack and swung it straight into Kit's head, and he lay there, bleeding to death. He lets out an ominous smile. "What's so funny?" asked Jeff. Kit pulled out a lighter and switched it on. "That's funny," he said. "It's what you're covered in bleach and alcohol." Jeff's eyes widened as Kit threw the lighter at him. As soon as the flame made contact with him, the flames ignited the alcohol in the vodka. While the alcohol burned him, the bleach bleached his skin. Jeff let out a terrible screech as he caught on fire. He tried to roll out of the fire, but it was no use. The alcohol had him, a walking inferno. He ran down the hall and fell down the stairs. Everybody started screaming as this whole Jeff, now a man on fire. He became a man on this day. Dropped to the ground, nearly dead. The last thing Jeff saw was his mother and the other parents trying to extinguish the flame. That's when he passed out. Oh, that's why there's fire in the game and extinguishers. Okay, if I ever play another Jeff game, if they don't have fire extinguishers in it, I'm gonna be so disappointed. When Jeff woke up, he had a cast wrapped around his face. He couldn't see anything. By the way, how's the insurance for that family's house? See, all this because they went to a birthday party. He couldn't see anything, but he felt a cast on his shoulder and stitches all over his body. He tried to stand up, but he realized that there was some tube in his arm. And when he tried to get up, he fell out, and the nurse rushed in. "I don't think he can get out of the bed just yet," she said as she put him back in his bed and reinserted the tube that came out apparently out of his shoulder or something. Jeff sat there with no vision, no idea what his surroundings were. Finally, after hours, he heard his mother. "Honey, are you okay?" she asked. Jeff couldn't answer though, his face was covered and he was unable to speak. "Oh honey, I've some great news." What is it with all these horror stories that always get the hospitals wrong? "Honey, have great news. After all the witnesses told the police that Randy confessed of trying to attack you. Is Randy not dead? They decided to let Leo go." This made Jeff almost bolt up, stopping halfway, remembering the tube coming out of his arm. "He'll be out by tomorrow, and when you two will be able to get together again." Jeff's mother hugs Jeff and says her goodbyes. The next couple of weeks, those were where Jeff was visited by his family. Then came the day when his bandages were to be removed. His family members were all there to see it, what he would look like. As the doctors unwrapped the bandages from Jeff's face, everyone was on the edge of their seats. They waited until the last bandage holding the covering over his face was almost removed. "Let's hope for the best," said the doctor. He quickly pulls the cloth, letting the rest fall from Jeff's face. Jeff's mother screams at the sight of his face. Leo and Jeff's dad stare awestruck at his face. See? Moms think it's horrifying. Dad and brother are like, "Oh, cool, man. That's so cool." Wow, what a macho. What happened to my face, my beautiful face?" Jeff said. He rushed out of bed and ran to the bathroom. He looked in the mirror and saw the cause of his distress. His face. It's horrible. His lips were burned to a deep shade of red. His face was turned to a pure white color. What, is the cops won't take you to prison anymore? And his hair had singed from brown to black. That's not how it works, but okay. Okay, so if you bleach and burn yourself, your hair will get like black, but also it will never fall out again, right? He slowly put his hand to his face. He had a sort of leathery feel to it now. He looked back at his family, then back at the mirror. "Jeff," said Leo, It's not that bad." "Not that bad," said Jeff. It's perfect." What? His family was equally surprised, just like me actually. Jeff started laughing uncontrollably. His parents noticed that his left eye and hand were twitching. "Jeff, are you okay?" "Okay. I never felt more happy. Look at me. This face goes perfectly with me. He couldn't stop laughing. He stroked his face, feeling it, looking at it in a mirror. What caused this? What do you mean, what caused this? Well, you may recall that when Jeff was fighting Randy, something in his mind, his sanity snapped. Now he's left as a crazy killing machine that his parents didn't know. Thank you, author, for explaining that part. Doctor, suggests Mom, is my son alright, in the head? Well, that's gonna cost you 10,000 extra. Oh yes, this behavior is typical for patients that have taken very large amounts of painkillers. If his behavior doesn't change in a few weeks, bring him back and then we'll give him a psychological test. So a bunch of kids who are I think they're literally in the middle of being teenagers. Guns, knives, alcohol bottles smashing, breaking an entire house like Arnold Schwarzenegger fighting against the predator. And basically they're not even gonna test me if I'm fine. They're like, yeah, whatever, his face is fine, we can't afford anything else, whatever, this is a kid we have now. It's a commodity. Oh, thank you, doctor. Jeff's mother went over to Jeff. Jeff, sweetie, it's time to go. Jeff looks away from the mirror, his face still formed to the crazy smile. "Okay, mommy." His mother took him to the show. She took him by the shoulder and took him to get his clothes. Did his clothes not burn as well? This is what came in, said the lady at the desk. Jeff's mom looked down to see the black dress, pants, and white hoodie her son wore. Now they're clean of blood and now stitched together, and apparently they did not burn. Jeff's mother led him to his room and made him put his clothes on. What a bitch, honestly. Hey, here's the clothes that you burnt in, wear them again. We can't afford anything else. Then they left not knowing what was their final days. Later that night, Jeff's mother woke up to a sound coming from the bathroom. It sounded as if someone was crying. She slowly walked over to see what it was. Then she looked back into the bathroom. She saw a horrendous sight. Jeff had taken a knife and covered a smile into his cheeks. "Jeff, what are you doing?" asked his mother. Jeff looked over to his mother. "I couldn't keep smiling, Mommy. It hurt after a while. Now I can smile forever." Jeff's mother just noticed his eyes ringed in black. "Jeff, your eyes!" His eyes were seemingly never closing. "I couldn't see my face. I got tired and my eyes started to close. I burnt out the eyelids so I could forever see myself. My new face." Jeff's mother slowly started to back away, seeing that her son was going insane. "What's wrong, Mommy? Aren't I beautiful?" Yes, son," she said. You are. Let me get out. Let me go get Daddy so he can see your face." She ran to the room and shook Jeff's dad from his sleep. "Honey, get the gun. She stopped as she saw Jeff in the doorway holding a knife. "Mommy, you lied." Well, technically she didn't say that she was not waking up Dad for a gun. That's the last thing they hear as Jeff rushes them with a knife, gutting both of them. His brother Leo woke up, startled by some noise. He didn't hear anything else, so he just shut his eyes and tried to go back to sleep. What's that? Oh, scream, stabbing. Okay, whatever, I'm just gonna go back to sleep. As he was on his border of slumber, he got to the strangest feeling that someone was watching him. He looked up before Jeff's hand covered his mouth. He slowly raised the knife, ready to plunge into Leo. Leo trashed here and there, trying to escape Jeff's grip. "Shh," Jeff said. "Just go to sleep." Remember to check out the Jeff Killer reboot of this creepypasta classic. Mwah. Thank you, developer. Thank you. What a classic. Mwah. A classic. How's the classic? Is the classic better? Oh, this time includes girls. You doubt me, little man. Doubt you. The guy who kissed two girls and almost touched a boob. Never. Please go on. Lay on all the charm. Bang the girl. Okay. So the original was just like an action movie, three kids fighting. And then in 2015 version, I guess he becomes an incel or something because a mature girl, didn't want to date him or something. Oh my god, this is so long. So the reboot version is worse, right? Less funnier and worse. And apparently it's almost the same thing. Okay, thank you so much, Kellogg's, for this lore. Well, G to the G. Thanks so much for that, developer. Much appreciated. Thank you. So the game, Reunion, is basically the brother joining up with Jeff. See, I read the lore about the game, so I understand what I'm playing. Which I wish I didn't.